Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another marvelous Monday. A truck driver stopped at a roadside diner for lunch and ordered a cheeseburger, coffee, and a slice of apple pie. As he was about to eat, three bikers walked in. One grabbed the trucker's cheeseburger and took a huge bite from it. The second drank the trucker's coffee, and the third wolfed down his apple pie. The truck driver didn't say a word as he paid the waitress and left. As the waitress walked up, one of the motorcyclists growled, "He ain't much of a man, is he?" "He's not much of a driver either," the waitress replied. "He just backed his 18-wheeler over three motorcycles." That's how we roll, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you what. All right. This week in our trucking business, what do we get going today? Well, we both were running, me and Curtis, both out there hustling, trying to make a dollar. I started off in Greenville Springs, Louisiana, taking a load of some kind of pool supplies to New Braunfels, Texas. And from New Braunfels, Texas, I picked up a load of scrap paper at Federal International Recyclers there in San Antonio. Boy, that's a crowded, busy, tight little place. You got to scale in once you manage to get through the crowd, and then talk to the box, and then they'll send you outside to park on the road and wait your turn. And the scale's pretty tight. You can bust a tire on that rascal if you ain't careful. Anyway, we left there and went to Campty, Louisiana, to the International Paper Mill, and something told me to go on in that night, so I did. I went in at night. There was like 8 in front of me. It didn't take too long. And then by the time I got in, there was 8 more behind me. So what that tells me, during the daytime, they're probably backed all out on the road and everything else over there. Which, that's the way it used to be. They went through a spell where they used to do appointments at that mill. And, that appointments at that mill just was not conducive to getting unloaded. They could not run it correctly. Anyway, I left over yonder in Louisiana, picked up a load at Mid-America Pet Supply in Mount Pleasant, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go there if you can help it. I spent 12 and a half hours in that mill trying to get a load of dog food to come down to Ocala, Florida. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, there's no call or use in having to sit that long at a shipper or receiver. That's why I do not run reefer loads. I don't run reefer loads because I'm not the guy that likes to sit and wait. I don't like to twiddle my thumbs. I'm 2 hours max at a shipper receiver is what I love to be under that, and I go to the ones, and I'll give them a better rate that get me in and out. I don't do sitting very well. I do rolling, running, moving. It's just the way I am. I just don't do sitting, wasting my time and trying to beg for detention. I just don't like that at all. But what's worse is I was going through the house after I picked up that load on the way to Ocala, and I was going to get a 34. But instead of being able to get a 34, it cut me out on my 34, so I just had to go ahead and leave the next morning and hopefully keep my momentum going. And then I was able to get about 20 hours at the house instead of 34, because I left a little early so I could get a 10-hour break and then still unload this morning and get moving. Which I'm over here at Chewy.com in Ocala, Florida, which is a low stress, low traffic thing. And so far, if they get me unloaded at a decent hour, I might enjoy this one. I might have to come back here, but I won't be coming back here from Mid-America Pet Supplies. I can guarantee you that. All right, so from here, I'm going up to Georgia and picking up a load to go to Katy, Texas. Now, that one is Florida. You got low rates, but by the time I run up to Georgia and to Katy, Texas, I'm still going to make $2 all miles. So that works out pretty good. While I was at home, I did get some more wood cut on our new property. And when I go back in, I'm going to be able to use my new parking spot. And hopefully I'll be able to set y'all up with a video of how I'm coming in and parking I think that would be very cool for y'all to see our new operating center. Let's call it that, because that's what it is. That's one is a rental house. That's where our Mr. Curtis is going to be living, and the other one is the office slash bunk house for when I have people come visit. And we're going to be parking in between them. So that's what it is. It's operating center. That's where we're going to be operating out of. And I hope to get y'all that video. My truck is still leaking, but I'm planning on putting a new additive in there to helpfully slow down the leak. And I'm planning on being back home by Friday. If I can get back home by Friday, I'm going for my physical on Monday, probably the dentist on Monday, because I got a couple of teeth that are bothering me. You know, there's always something to be done. Always. Not to mention all the paperwork I got to do. I got to drop off my taxes at the tax office. Got to pick up my W-2s and my 1099s for everybody. That way that they can go ahead and start getting themselves ready. I always wanted mine as soon as possible, so I'm planning on getting theirs to them. It'll be, what, the 15th or so? So that's not too bad. January 15th to get your stuff, and that way you can start getting your taxes together. But, yeah, it's that time of year, ladies and gentlemen. Good old taxes. Getting all the taxes together. I'm hoping and praying that mine ain't going to be just murderous on me. But I always try to plan well, and I'm always can't wait to get it all filled out. That way I know where I'm at for the year. It's just, I gain gray hair because I stress myself about the taxes, because I've seen taxes break people's back. That's why you see a lot of closings in the first part of the year. People, didn't make proper planning, or they had whatever happened. It's just, they see their numbers at the end of the year, at the beginning of the year, and they're like, oh, crud. And that's usually when they close anyway. I'm off on a tangent, but that's what's going on this week in our business. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'm going to keep trying to do them Monday, Wednesday, Friday. God bless, and I will catch y'all on the next ride.